The Impey range of Aqua-Dec Linear formers provides the 1 in 40 gradient and large capacity drain required in the wet room area for efficient high flow drainage. This video guide shows a typical installation onto a wooden floor using the one-way full version. Any installation, of course, should be carried out with full reference to the supplied instructions. Please read the installation instructions carefully before proceeding and keep the guide for future reference. If you're unsure about any part of the installation, please contact the Impey technical team. Incorrect installation will invalidate the guarantee. Make sure there are no hidden pipes or cables in the floor or walls where you intend to drill, and ensure you have appropriate PPE. All packaging is recyclable, but please handle with care and ensure it is disposed of responsibly. Designed, engineered and made in Britain, the Impey Linear range of decks is one of the most desirable wet room floor formers to install and is specified throughout the UK and Europe by architects and professional wet room installers. It can be easily installed on either a wooden or concrete floor, on ground level or above. At 22mm thick, the same as most commonly found floorboards, the Linear acts as a direct floorboard replacement. The range has a choice of 1, 2, 3 or 4-way gradients, available in various sizes, which all accurately channel water to the linear drain. This installation is for the Impey Aqua-Dec Linear one-way fall, which provides a one-way gradient. The deck allows you to tile without the need for diagonal cuts, and it complements a very large format tile, with flow rates of up to 40 litres per minute for that ultimate wet room experience. The drain top in this installation has the standard stainless steel element drain cover and tiling frame. The sump contains a 50mm water seal and components for height adjustment for different thicknesses of tiles. Begin installing the deck by checking that the wet room floor is level. If not, then this must be resolved first. Please contact the Impey technical team for further advice. Mark the outline of the linear deck and cut out the floorboards using a suitable saw. In this installation, we're using the one-way linear deck where the drain runs parallel with the joists. If your joists run the opposite way, a slightly different installation process is required. Joist notching will be needed to accommodate the body of the drain. Please consult building regulations before you remove material from a joist. If this isn't appropriate for your installation, consider one of the other linear formers available from the Impey portfolio. Once you've found the location for your drain setting, you'll need to secure down the exposed ends of the cut floorboards and then fit noggins to the perimeter of the space, plus one on either side of the drain location. These are set 18mm lower than the joists. Take care to check that the deck remains level. Fit a sump support shelf 78mm lower than the top of the drain support noggins. This will aid in the final connection of the sump and drain plate. Once completed, you will need to secure battens to the joists to fix the underboarding. We are using 25 by 50mm battens, set 18mm lower than the joists, to allow for an 18mm plywood base. Cut the 18mm plywood boards to infill between the joists, so they sit on top of the battens. Ensure they are level with the top of the joists. Do not screw down at this stage. Notice we've chased the deck into the wall to ensure the right amount of space is left for a tile trim and the thickness of a standard tile. Draw around the drain aperture and remove. You will notice two possible locations for the waste have been anticipated. They have been spaced out to avoid joists. You're now ready to position the sump of the tray. When complete, you're ready to begin linking up and testing the drain. Unlike one-part drains, all Impey Linear decks are supplied with a two-part drain, which allows for full water seal testing before the top drain section and floor former have been finally secured down. Alternate drain tops are available. Please see the Impey website for options. Apply solvent well to the drain outlet and waste pipe, and once cured, pour a quantity of water down into the sump so the water exits into the waste pipe. In this instance, we're using a horizontal drain. However, vertical versions are also available. Once a watertight connection is confirmed, you can begin to secure the deck into the floor. Fix all underboarding to the battens, checking regularly that your floor is still level. Once complete, fix the deck into the floor using the wood screws provided. Use a suitable packer along the drain edge where the deck is open-ended for the drain to sit level. In this instance, we're using a 6mm strip of plywood. Drill pilot holes around the perimeter of the deck, and remember to countersink so the screws sit flush and won't affect the WaterGuard tanking membrane later in the installation. Ensure the holes are drilled at 200mm centres and then down the centre, checking the deck remains level throughout the process. The final stage is to connect the sump seal and the bowl. Ensure the seal is positioned on the rim of the sump and fully pushed into place. Use a silicone wipe provided to lubricate the seal to ensure a smooth connection. Pilot into the base using a 3mm drill bit and secure the bowl using the remaining screws. Align the bowl sump, then fit the 25mm screw through the central bowl crossbar. Tighten the screw by hand until the crossbar meets with the boss in the centre of the sump. It's essential that this is tightened by hand only and not with a power tool. This completes the installation of the Impey Aqua-Dec Linear 1. For any further advice on installing the deck, please call our technical team or visit impeyshowers.com.